Hi, my name is Galvez. I'm an undergraduate student and speaking on behalf of the University of Toronto Students' Union. My first question is, can you please define the word consultation? And if this is exactly what you have been doing in terms of the process of creating the academic plan and what we're seeing here today at the town hall meeting as well as on Thursday. And basically it's because asking for, listening to, and then ignoring our opinions and our concerns is not what I would call consultation. In the past, as outlined by Renewal 1987, I'm not sure if you know this document, but departments and individuals, faculty, staff, students, members of the community were both asked collectively and individually for their opinions and suggestions for their units and their departments. These reviews were then published in a paper and shown to all, and then a discussion was created for these plans. So my question is, what happened? Why are we not doing this now? Why are we faced with a top-down decision-making process today? First, it was flat fees last year financially, with the G20 campus closure this year, and now academically with the academic plan. Why are there top-down decisions, and where is a consultation? Now, I see in your presentation for today and on Thursday that this town hall meeting was a sense of consultation, but I believe that it is not, as I've already stated. And it was really insulting to see what you had listed as consultation processes, because nowhere in there was any statement of consultation with students, any meetings with students. And us students, we're paying into this university to get an education, to be empowered. We're not paying an individual to make these decisions without our consultation. Retract the current academic plan that we have today and create a new one in collaboration with all those involved in this university.
So the slide on consultation that I had in my presentation was referring to things happening after the publication of the proposals as well as the planning document. But let me elaborate a little further. In that second phase that I talked about before, this was when departments were being asked to formulate their own plans. There was a very important bottom-up consultation process that each unit engaged in, and we made it very clear to every chair, every program director, every center and institute director that was submitting a plan, so all 80 of them, that it was incumbent on them to consult widely with undergraduates, with graduates, with staff, as well as, of course, their faculty colleagues, and in some cases they even consulted with alumni and others beyond the university boundaries themselves. So that was a critical bottom-up part of the process, which led to the generation of many, many useful and creative ideas, many of which we hope we can realize. Secondly, we did engage with student leadership in the faculty in a number of ways. In addition to our regular meetings with their executive, we also solicited a written and oral submission, which was highly influential and important. So now that we are in the stage that we are now at, I guess the kinds of things that we were talking about, both locally in department meetings as well as in meetings like this, to my mind, is part of the process, and it is indeed designed to let as many people in and to participate as meaningfully as possible. So you may think that this is just a performance or a charade. I can assure you that that's not how I approach it. We will not, but what we will do is we will, as I have said, we will pause and wait for a long time for people to give us their views on some of the more contentious proposals that we have put forth, as well as alternatives. The reason reason I say that we are not going to retract the plan is because there are many elements of the plan that I think people find very, very appealing. You yourself, I'm sure, would find the things that we're trying to do to enrich undergraduate learning to be long overdue. Already, there's tremendous demonstrated demand for these things. We have models that we know work at the pilot level. We're trying to scale those up, trying to spread them and multiply them and replicate them. So why would we want to stop on those kinds of fronts?